All right, I'm fixing to make two more. I just sold Swamp Rat. I'll tell you, that was a hard knife to make. I messed up the first one. I messed up the handle. And when I went to cut the old handle off, I messed it up even worse. So I made a second one. And when I heat treated it, it warped really bad. And I bent it back, but I just didn't feel right about it. So I threw that one away. And I made a third one. And I decided that the only ones I'm going to do mirror polished finishes on are the Swamp Diva. And if people want it, I'll do a mirror polish on this Big Door Cheat. A lot of work, and I'll have to charge more for it. But it's pretty. I have some still pictures if anybody wants to see what it looks like with a mirror finish. Otherwise, I'm going to do matte finishes from now on. And there's nothing wrong with the matte finishes. They're durable. They're actually way more durable than the shiny finish. The shiny finish, you use it a few times and you know you're going to get scratches on that blade. But if you're wanting a safe queen or just something that looks pretty for a while, mirror polish is nice to look at. So I haven't decided what wood I'm going to use. And this will be available. This one is spoken for. I'm actually going to do this first just in case I mess it up because there's a timeline. Somebody wants it for their wife, I think birthday, maybe anniversary, I can't remember. But it's a gift and I won't say when, so if that person's wife watches. But I'm going to get both these cut out and I'm going to work on both of these, but this is the one I'm going to put my mirror polish on because it takes so much out of my hands that I gotta wait a few days before I can do it again on the next one. Just a lot of hand work, and this, I've mentioned it before. Okay, I had to go delete a whole bunch. My memory was filled up and I had to delete a bunch of stuff that I'd forgotten to delete. Anyway, this thumb is messed up. I broke it a long time ago and I sort of fixed it myself and it never did grow back right, and I had surgery on it, which made it even worse as far as I'm concerned. And the doctor told me that if it didn't fix it, that the only other thing he could do is fuse it. And what good is a thumb you can't move? So anyway, that's my reason I can't pollen. Son of a gun. This pollen is just killing me. Boy, I'm whiny today, huh? We're having kind of an early spring and the tree pollen just kills me. And it usually doesn't happen this early. And my eyes are burning. I'm so sensitive to it that even my lips burn when I get this kind of pollen on me. Anyway, my point was that my hands hurt so bad when I polished these that I had to give it a couple days in between each knife and let my hands recover. Okay, let me get these cut out, and then I'm going to go inside and I'm making... Oh, I have one of these available, Swamp Mouse. It's a really pretty handle, pretty wood, and tonight I'll be making a sheath for it, so I guess I'll do a separate video on that saying it's for sale. All right, back to work. All right, I got them cut out and shaped, and now I'm going to mark the pinholes. I'm not going to put a lanyard hole on this, just 3 pins. But I am going to put a lanyard hole on this, a 1/4 inch lanyard hole, and then 2 1/4 inch pins. And I think that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow I'll put my grind on them. And what I'm going to do next is drill the holes, and that's it for today. And then I'm going to cut the leather for Swamp Mouse, which is in the house right now. See you inside the house when I get that sheath cut out. All right, I'm ready to start putting my grind on these, my edge bevel. And I think I'm going to use the wood that Ricky sent me, Bird's Eye Maple, for door cheat, and hickory that Bill sent me on Swamp Diva. That's some gorgeous, gorgeous wood. But let me do a quick safety check. Bandages, antibiotic cream. Uh-oh, only half a box. I gotta go to the store. Be right back. This is my grinding jig, and I'll show you how I put a knife on this. But right here, this bolt goes in that nut right here. And when you screw the nut in, it adjusts the angle that this sets on my table up against the grinder. And, you know, I rounded this off. I thought I did a good job rounding it off. But it catches on the table and digs in. So I'm going to do a better job. I'm going to polish this up. And probably even put it on a buffer, because when you got your knife on here and you're up against a belt and you're sliding it across the table, that thing digs in and you get these little jerks, and you can see in the knife blade, the edge that you're grinding, you can see where you've hesitated. And so far I've been able to sand all those marks out, but I'm trying to make this where it won't grab, where it will slide across the table smoother. I may even have to do something to the table on there in my grinder and smooth that out too, but I'm going to try this first. So let me get the polishing. Well, that actually come out very smooth and shiny. So now what I'm going to do is where this thing rides on this front edge, I'm going to put it in the vise here, and I'm going to sand this front edge down smooth and put that on the buffer, because I'm finding that when you are grinding, you got to have very smooth, exact motions. Any hesitation, any pressure that's not exactly even all the way across the blade definitely shows up. And if you're at the beginning of your grind, you can correct it. But if you're at the end of your grind, you have to grind beyond what you had originally planned to get rid of the flaw. So that's next. I'm going to polish this front edge up and see if that'll help me out there. Hey, let me catch you up on the latest news. I'm still working on knives, still drinking my coffee, still polishing my knife angle grinder jig thingamadoomy-whopper up. Right through the woods. You can almost see it from here. If the train wasn't there, you could probably see it. Sandy's Bait Shop. Of all places. Now, I live in a town. I live in Sibley, Louisiana. S-I-B-L-E-Y. We are a very small country town, far removed from the big city and big city life. And we had a robbery, an armed robbery. Sandy's Bait Shop got robbed. Of all places, can you think of a... I mean, it's kind of funny. The guy who robbed the place left on foot. Didn't even have a car to escape. I mean, we live in a tiny little town. Where are you going to go? Were you going to hitchhike, rob a store, and then hitchhike? You know, we don't have taxi service or nothing like that, or Uber. And yeah, the guy robbed a bait shop, Sandy's Handy Stop and Bait Shop, and shot the clerk in the foot, and then escaped. And our chief of police found him hiding out in somebody's house here in town. Just, we have officially made it the big time. Our little town had our first robbery. Just thought I'd catch up on that. If you want to read about it, it's on KSLA Channel 12 News. They got oh, and the Minden Herald. The Minden Herald newspaper has it wrote up too. Just thought I'd share our claim to fame. We've officially had a robbery. All right, this is the metal plate that I bolt down to the table. I clamp it down where I do my grinding for the knives, and you can see I have a gouge here where my my jig slides across here. So I am gonna polish this. I know this is gonna rust, but I'm just gonna, if this will work, I might get me a little piece of stainless steel about this size. And I got this 2x42 grinder. It's not the ultimate for knife making, but it's as good as it's gonna get for me for a very long time. So I gotta make it work. And this is one way to make it work for me. So let me start the polishing on this, see if I can get that cleaned up. Okay, that's about as good as I'm going to be able to get that. For the most part, I have the deep gouges polished out. It's pretty smooth. I got the bottom of that shined up, at least where it rides. Got my bolt in there, and this is how it rides. I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to put that knife on there, but the belt grinder is here, and it goes around this way. You put this up against it and slide it across there. Let me get the knife on there, and I'll take this out and show you my where my belt grinder and everything, and this on my belt grinder. It's pretty messy out there. I'm gonna make these two knives, and then I'm gonna stop making knives for a little bit. I'm gonna build something for my wife. She wants to hook rugs. She wants to be a hooker. So I'm gonna make her some kind of rug hooking frame that she can use while she's sitting in her chair. Anyway, let me get this set up, and I'll show you how I do my knives. All right, there it is. It's a dirty mess out here, but I've been kind of busy making blades, and it appears as though me selling them has perhaps slowed down. I guess the few people that actually wanted one have got them. So I'm going to make the last two that I have cut out, and like I said, stop making blades for a little while till I get a couple other projects done, and one of them is cleaning it up out here. Spring is here, and I've got a lot of things I got to do in here to get ready for spring. I got to get both the oil changed and batteries charged and blades sharpened, and anyway, that's what this looks like. I've squirted a little oil on there, and this is how I mount my blades, and this is how it works, just like this. You put it up against the blade, and you keep doing that until you get to the middle, or close to. So I think I can put you on the tripod here, and maybe let you see me grinding a little bit. I think I'll do that. Be right back. All right, noise alert. It's gonna be loud. That's all I'm going to grind on this side. I'm going to flip it over and grind the other side, and try to make it look just like that. All right, there it is. I've got it in the vise. I'm going to start sanding the grind marks out of it. And got my next one on here, mounted. And I'm going to go ahead and get this ground. That's it. And I guess that's it. I'll get this one ground and get back to work on a little one and get that one polished and ready for heat treating, and then I'll get this one polished and ready for heat treating. Whoops. I'm going to make this a real pretty shiny one too, just like the last one I sold. That was the most beautiful knife I've made so far, the one I sold to Rob, the Dorcheat. The Swamp Diva that I sold to, I don't think he minds. No, I won't mention his name. Anyway, that was a gorgeous knife too. But this knife that I made and sold to Rob, that was my first mirror polish. And I was really proud of that. And the wood was absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, back to work. See you later. All right, there's the grind on Dorcheat. Now, I'm going to go back to the vise and start cleaning up Swamp Diva. And I might be able to get that polished up and ready for heat treat by the end of the day. Okay, I have polished this down to 1500. And it's at this point I put it on the buffer and see how good of a job I did sanding all the scratches out. We'll see. And then I'm going to go ahead and buff it down just to see what, you know, if there's anything I didn't see. It's kind of hard to see all the scratches. So you really don't know until you hit it with a buffer, until you've done a good job sanding out the scratches. Although in this light here by the window, I can see better than I can over there on my workbench. I think it's going to be all right. We'll know in a minute. All right, it is 4 in the afternoon, and I have been working on these two knives the entire day. Here's Dorcheat. This is going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. I cannot believe how shiny this is coming out. I mean, it's still got smudges on it because I've been handling it, and I've only polished it with emery. I have not put the green or the white polish on it yet. I'm going to heat treat it, temper it, clean it up, and then I'm going to polish it again, and I'll polish it all the way down to the white, and this will look like a mirror. And there's something wrong with it because whenever I look at it like this, there's this hideous, hideous picture stamped into the metal. But if I move it away, the picture disappears. Oh well. And for those that are wondering, yes, I did it again. I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I am going to have to wear chainmail out here. That's a cotton ball and some tape. And look, this is not even close to being an edge. Not even close to being an edge. Oh well. It's the price you pay, right? What is it? An artist has to suffer? I'm suffering. Alrighty, I don't think I'm going to get to heat treating these. I'm running out of time, and I want to heat treat them, clean them up, temper them, clean them up, and polish them all at one time. I'm really trying to get these through the process both at the same time. I could probably do one and finish it, you know, the temper and cleaning up process, but I want to get them both through to the handle process at the same time. Okay, this is not spoken for yet. I know I don't have a handle on it, but I'll tell you what, I am definitely going to use... Well, I'll tell you what. First, let me tell you what I'm going to be asking for door cheat. And it's going to be... This is the biggest knife I'm making and the fanciest knife I'm making. And I don't know if you remember the last one, but it just came out gorgeous. And I asked $150 for it, and it was a plain Jane sheath. It was a nice sheath, but there was, you know, no tooling on it. This one, I'm going to make it... Hold on, my dog is barking. Let me go see what the dog is barking at. I don't want her barking at people. She's way out there in the corner. I don't see people, so... Okay. All right. If you want to buy this for $165, you tell me what wood you want. I can use this hickory, or I can use this bird's eye maple, or I can use walnut. I have plenty of walnut, and it's some good looking stuff. Here's a nice big chunk of walnut. Let's see, what else do I have? I've got white oaks, cherries, red oaks. You know, I mean, if you wanna put a little down payment on it and let me know you're serious, I'll build this any way you like with any wood you like. So I'm gonna upload this because I do have a lot of clips, and I'll be back out here tomorrow working on this. Thanks for watching, y'all. Oh, and I am gonna, you know, move a little. I'm gonna continue to make knives, but I'm just not gonna bore you to death with my knife making constantly. I have other projects. I still got to put this Kydex press together, and I want to start making Kydex sheaths, so I'll show you that process. And let's see. Oh, I got to make my wife a hook frame for. Oh, I think I already mentioned that. And I'll tell you the truth, I just might buy her one. They're kind of expensive, but I've made a few dollars selling these knives, and I've left it on my PayPal, and I think I might just go ahead and buy her one. Just because she never gets anything new. Anyway, let me get. I got to get cleaned up. See ya.